guys, welcome back to Feminism on Trial. So sorry I've been MIA. It's been one thing after another. I hate making excuses. Having MS certainly makes it so that, I'm just not up to it sometimes. And it's fatigue, it's cognitive like blurriness is kind of a good way to say it. You can't quite keep your thoughts together, etc., etc. So when you don't see me, don't worry too much, and also don't think I've disappeared or I'm a chameleon or whatever, because that's not the case. And in case anyone's like, what is that on our computer? Because people are curious. That's a horsey. He's meant to be eating the apple, but accidentally put him in the middle. So I have moments where I'm smart. I have other moments it's not so much. Anyways, I've been very excited to make this video. I've known it was going to be my next video, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit intimidated because I'm going to read something by a gentleman whose name is Tim Goldich. I hope I'm saying that properly. I'm lucky enough to call him a friend now, which still makes me feel a little starstruck. He's been involved in the men's rights movement since before I was born. He is a board member of the National Coalition for Men. He's the president of the Chicago chapter. He has written lots of books, one of which, Loving Men, Respecting Women, The Future of Gender Politics. He's got an internet group and Facebook page called Gender Equalists, Fairness, Forgiveness, and Unity. He's a gender equalist. He has a YouTube channel called Man Against the Wall. And the whole video would be just what he's done and what he's written and all of that. You should check out his YouTube channel. You should check out the National Coalition for Men. Anyway, I read this that he wrote. It's just a little piece called Feminism From The Beginning. And I read it several months ago, and I thought, I'm going to wait a bit, and I'm going to read it again. But I'm going to read it sort of cold. That's why I waited, because I wanted to read and react. Hopefully I won't mess it up too much. And we are using my phone because I once again have technological issues, because that is not my strong suit. Right now, some of you are like, well, what is your strong suit? Talking? So, Feminism From The Beginning by Tim Goldich. Elizabeth Cady Stanton was keynote speaker at the first convention ever called to discuss the civil and political rights of women, Seneca Falls, New York, 1848. There, she delivered her Declaration of Sentiments. Quote, "The history of mankind is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations on the part of man toward woman, having indirect object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over her. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. Wherever we turn, the history of woman is sad and dark, without any alleviating circumstances, nothing from which we can draw consolation." What? So that was what Elizabeth Cady Stanton said. I have my own comments. Let's get into what Tim says. "The history of mankind is a history of man bad, quote, over-empowerment / oppressor, victimizer, woman good, innocent victim. We women, suffering as we do under absolute tyranny, ply no force of influence in the human system and are in no way responsible for outcomes." Isn't that the damn truth? Talk about, how women these days always not taking responsibility And it's not funny. This isn't a comedy piece. I laugh to keep from crying. We hold man under our high-powered judgment microscope and find him solely at fault and to blame for all that's wrong in women's world. They do. Man never loved us or protected us or served us or catered to us or died for us. And I don't even know that word. Tim's so much smarter than I am. In obeisance, it's like, okay, to our demands of him. Yeah. Do you think they went to war for themselves? Think they work in coal mines for themselves? I know you guys can tell the difference between what Tim said and my little, reactions. Yeah. Everything man ever did, he did to subjugate and brutalize us. Could not be farther from the truth. This is what Elizabeth Stanton was saying. It's overwhelmingly incorrect. To prove this, let those facts be gathered that confirm our prejudice. Let feminism dictate what is true and what is not true in all matters of gender. And don't they try to do that? They're like, sit down, children. Us feminists are going to tell you how it is. Indulge us when we claim that wherever we turn, it's a male heaven and a female hell. The most privileged people ever to walk this earth are white women, by the way. Nothing in women's lot in life is good. It's all sad and dark. I guess we don't, it's not women and children first. Forget that fact. It's inconvenient. We white women are the super victims of the entire universe. Without any alleviating circumstances, not a single good thing has ever happened to us, and it's all your fault. This is Elizabeth Cady Stanton. This is Tim's, Tim fleshing out basically what Elizabeth Stanton is attempting to say. And it's a complete lie, as you can tell as he fleshes it out. I think he's brilliant at it. Feminism would go on to become more slick, more formalized within academia, but Stanton's sentiments are the blueprint for everything feminism would ever be. By official Google definition, feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. I've got some oceanfront property in Arizona if y'all are interested. By definition, femalism is a special interest group that advocates for females and females only. But advocating solely for women's rights leads to equality because you men have everything. We women have nothing. That's why they think they can advocate for women and somehow achieve equality. It's illogical. So give us what you've got. Pour from your glass half full to our glass half empty, and then there will be equality. Somehow that's equality if that would make our glass full and theirs totally empty. Exactly 0 women complain about the overabundance of wealthy, high-status, confident, and successful men to choose from, but keep pouring even as women everywhere cry, "There are no men." That's so true. Many who begin to see through the cracks of modern feminism invoke a golden feminism of the past, a feminism free of man-hating, a noble and righteous fight for equality. But no such feminism existed more than 170 years ago at the first convention ever called to discuss the civil and political rights of women. The feminist victim dictum, the misandry, the you give, we take, and the men are bad, women are good moral polarity were all there right from the beginning. I could not agree more with Tim on this. We are completely in agreement on that. With hindsight, it seems clear what women should have done if women had led with a gender-neutral gender politics, if she had created what Warren Farrell later dubbed a gender transition movement, she could have claimed a truly great invention. It could have been one of the great isms. With the invention of gender politics, women was onto something important, but sadly, with a huge enabling assist from man's chivalry, the feminine shadow took over. If instead of a feminist movement, we had had a gender-neutral movement, if we had come to know the politicized perspectives of both women and men simultaneously, we could have had all the freedom from strict gender roles we now enjoy, with the same enlightenment, but without making woman the victim and without making man the enemy. Tim Goldich. Yeah, that's right. People like their freedom from these traditional gender roles. They felt pigeonholed and like that was the only thing they could do. There wasn't acceptance for women to go out and have a career. There wasn't as much freedom of movement for women to do that. I acknowledge that. My personal beliefs, of course, I think it's better for women to be in the home with their children. But that's neither here nor there. The point is excellently made that if they wanted equality, they certainly didn't go about it as if that's what they were going for. So then I would just add a little personal note. Maybe it's not what they were going for. Maybe that wasn't a mistake. Something to think about. But I really think this piece from Tim, if somebody doesn't want to read an entire book, none of us have very big attention spans these days. I think that sums it up of where it all went wrong and why men in general are paying for it now. So hope you enjoyed that. Again, find his Facebook page, join the National Coalition for Men. It's not hard to find that stuff. Just look online and hit subscribe, hit like, comment, share. Thanks. Have a great day.